One early MTV series really resonated, featuring an amazing legend who wasn't afraid to really be who they were while the cameras rolled. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching for more details. Ozzy Osbourne is dead, and metalheads are in deep mourning, but some of Ozzy's fans may not even like that type of music. When the Osbournes debuted in 2002, Ozzy and his family captured the imaginations of viewers from all walks of life. It paved the way for family-centered reality shows like The Kardashians. Newlyweds was another interesting show from that time period. In some ways, the Osbournes had even more charm and character than the Kardashians. What made the Osbournes great? Well, it's the legacy of the family's patriarch, Ozzy. While he often got a clownish edit on the series, and it seemed like his wife, Sharon Osbourne, wore the pants in the family, the truth is more complicated. Ozzy was a relatable presence on the show. Ozzy, surfing the Weather Channel relentlessly from his couch in a Los Angeles mansion, or preparing an endless stream of burritos, was dealing with health problems. His hearing was shot after decades of performing in front of adoring audiences. He seemed to have balance problems also, and would later be open about living with Parkinson's disease. He often seemed to be out of it on the show, not knowing what was going on. But he couldn't hear the way other people do. A lot of that space cadet stuff was not real. Ozzy was simply living with hearing loss, which made it harder for him to be really dialed into other people. The man who could energize any stadium crowd with iconic metal masterpieces like Black Sabbath's Sweet Leaf and War Pigs was more than a family man, way more. But sometimes he was that too. He bought Kelly Osbourne a house in China, a unique gift as singular as the man himself. It was hard to see her pale, stricken face at his funeral. It's such a great loss. Sharon fiercely loved the man. She physically attacked a woman for insulting Ozzy while they appeared on a trashy talk show. Sharon was like a banshee while defending the man that she adored. The king of heavy metal definitely picked the right queen. The hot-headed Sagittarius man, whose music brought joy to millions of fans despite its dark, edgy themes, was an eternal optimist, losing his temper on screen now and then, but quickly reverting to his cheery self. His down-to-earth philosophy, to get on with things, served him well in the cutthroat music business. All through his career, he took time to really talk to fans and reporters. He treated them like equals despite a dazzling legacy that's made him one of the most ripped-off musicians in history. Tony Iommi's grimy and satisfying riffs, tuned down to perfection, and Ozzy's vocal pyrotechnics, created musical alchemy. They turned their emotions, experiences, and imaginations into pure gold, songs that will never, ever die. If ever anyone got close to pure immortality with music, it was Ozzy. In this pantheon, there is Jimi Hendrix, John Lennon, and Sinead O'Connor. It's a rarefied space for the true wonders of rock, the maestros. Although this great man is gone, and fans' hearts are broken, they can remember him through the Osbournes. His openness about his own failings was one reason why his reality show was possibly better than the Kardashians. The Kardashian-Jenners are an image-conscious clan. They don't like to show a lot of weakness. Yes, the Kardashian-Jenners have their scandals, but they always have their business ventures to protect. They keep their eyes on the bottom line. Ozzy never cared much about his reputation. With Ozzy, whether he was frantically searching for a missing item in his home or bickering with his children, including Kelly, who wasn't afraid to answer back, he was so genuine. Ozzy never faked it for anyone. What fans saw was what they got, on screen, on stage, in real life, off camera. The outpouring of love for this man says it all. During his final concert, where Youngblood dazzled with a cover of Changes, it was all about saying goodbye. Ozzy knew his time was short, and he wanted to give his fans the great gig in the sky. And he did. His goodbye speech was so pure, so honest. Then, the proceeds from that amazing show, where he sang so beautifully for the crowd, were donated to Parkinson's disease research. Once again, his legacy was to be the Prince of Darkness who was really a bringer of light. The experience of listening to Black Sabbath is a happy one. Sometimes, the band who asked logical questions about life and loved fantasy is deeply misunderstood. Before the show, he stopped taking his medication, so his head would be clear while he sang. He endured so much pain for his fans. This kind of love for other people is why people are still crying even though the wondrous Prince of Darkness is now buried. Fans will never, ever forget this amazing man and what he gave them. Ozzy Osbourne was a genius and musical pioneer. It's the issue of genius that sets the Osbournes apart from the Kardashians. While they're business masterminds, could one call the Kardashian-Jenner family members geniuses? Perhaps Caitlyn Jenner, whose athletic achievements were inspiring. However, it could be argued that Ozzy's legacy is even more powerful. Ozzy didn't have anything to prove on the Osbournes, he was just there, living his life. He'd already lived through so much by the time the show wrapped in 2005. On the series, he got real about his infidelity, as well as his love for Sharon, who forgave him. He didn't hide behind some picture-perfect PR facade. Ozzy showed the world who he really was, and sometimes, it seems like the Kardashians are more contrived. As well, his confessional style may have made him seem like a villain, but really, rock stars are exposed to an incredible amount of temptation. Most of them make bad decisions sometimes. In the same position, many people would do the very same. Now, Ozzy is gone, and his family is devastated. They've lost the charming, fiery and funny man who lit up their lives. Fans who swayed in unison when he performed at his final celebration are celebrating his life. He doesn't want them to cry, but maybe they can't help it. They miss him terribly, just like his other children, Jack and Amy Osbourne. Some people are just one of a kind. Ozzy made everyone's heavy metal dreams come true, and while the Kardashians is fun, it doesn't have the Osbournes' chaotic, spontaneous energy.